Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a Master Duel Red Eyes Black Dragon deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this for you guys because this deck just got some amazing support on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And I'm really excited to show you guys this list. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like getting your name scratched in every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Red Eyes Black Dragon. This card is an extremely nostalgic boss monster that's definitely a 3 of in the deck. They're going to be using for all sorts of our awesome combos. We then play 3 copies of Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. This card is an amazing new support card we just got in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel that has a really cool ability that you can send a level 5 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand, then increase this card's level by 1, which is a great ability to send your copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon to the graveyard to special summon this card out to your side of the field as a level 7 monster, which is a super cool ability about this card. It also has the ability that during your main phase, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the grave to add a Red Eyes Fusion from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is great to instantly get to your copy of Red Eyes Fusion. We then play 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon. Black Metal Dragon is the best normal summon in the entire deck because this card has the ability that if it goes to the graveyard from the field, you can add any Red Eyes card you want from your deck to your hand, making it a great normal summon to be able to normal summon out to your side of the field and then link it away for a monster to be able to search out a copy of a Red Eyes card from deck to hand. This card is an amazing 3 of in the deck. It also has the ability you can target a Red Eyes monster you control and equip this card from your hand or your field to that target, and it gains 600 attack points, which will boost up your copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon up to 3,000 attack points to match Blue Eyes White Dragon. We then play 2 copies of the Black Stone of Legend. The Black Stone of Legend is a great normal summon in the deck and has a really cool ability to contribute this card to special summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck to your side of the field, which is a great ability to instantly get Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field. It also has the ability that this card's in the graveyard, you can target a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and then shuffle that card back in the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand, which is a great ability, but you can only use either or this card's ability once per turn. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Soul. Red Eyes Soul is a good 1 of in the deck. I don't feel like you need any more than a single copy in this build, but this card is great because this card's name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard. So you can actually bring it back to your side of the field off your copy of Flare Metal Dragon, which is a really cool ability about this card. It also has the ability to your opponent, if your opponent special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can actually send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon a Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck, except another copy of this card, which is a great ability for this card to have, essentially being a hand trap. It also has the ability that quick effect, you can target a Red Eyes Black Dragon that you control and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack points, but you can only use that effect once per duel, but being able to do a little bit of burn damage with this card is great. We then play a single copy of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I feel like 1 copy is all you need in this particular build, but this card is great because it's a once per turn monster reborn, and can also special summon itself from your hand to your side of the field by banishing a face-up dragon type monster. But this card is great in this particular build because you can normal summon out your copy of Black Metal Dragon and then link it away for a copy of Striker Dragon, searching out this card directly from your deck. You can then use this card to be able to banish Striker Dragon off the field to summon out your copy of your Darkness Metal Dragon, then use Darkness Metal Dragon's effect to be able to bring back Black Metal Dragon to your side of the field, and then link them both away to summon out a copy of Hieratic Seal, which is an amazing combo to be able to do off of just a normal summon off of Black Metal Dragon. Then you can use the effect of Black Metal Dragon again when you summon out Seals to get you an additional search, which is amazing about Black Metal Dragon, to get you additional cards from your deck for any situation. I love that about this combo, and these two just work so well together. We then play 2 copies of Noctovision Dragon. Noctovision Dragon is a great extender in the deck because it has a great ability that if a dark dragon monster is special summoned to your field, you can actually special summon this card from your hand just to extend your plays and give you another level 7 that you can summon to your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of White Dragon Wyvern Buster. This card is a great 3-of in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I love this card in the deck, and it's such a powerful card because all you have to do is banish a dark monster from your graveyard to special summon this card from your hand, and if this card leaves the field, it has the ability to add a Black Dragon Collapse Serpent from your deck to your hand, which is a really cool ability for this card to have. We then play just 2 copies of Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. I feel like all you really need is 2 copies of this card in the build, because you want to be able to get to your copy of White Dragon first, because we don't play that many light monsters in the build. So you want to see this card first to be able to go in for your White Dragon, link it away, and then summon out a copy of Black Dragon later that you searched off of the White Dragon, which is just really important to be able to do. These two are both great in the deck, but I feel like this is the perfect number in this build. You really don't need 3 copies of your copy of Black Dragon because it can brick a little bit. Plus, we do have copies of Chaos Space to be able to search out White Dragon. We then play, of course, 3 copies of Max C. It is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel deck profile, so this is really important to be able to play. It's the best hand trap in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, being able to let you draw every time your opponent special summons. This card is a definite 3-of in just about every single deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and it's just a really amazing card. So, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is really good in this deck to be able to bring back a monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. We then play a single copy of 1 for 1. 1 for 1 is great in this particular build because it helps us get our copy of Black Metal Dragon onto our side of the field, which is just a really cool ability. We then play just 2 copies of Red Eyes Fusion. Anaconda is currently at 1 in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, so I feel like 2 copies of this card is enough because you always have access to it as long as you have 2 monsters on your side of the field. Plus, we can get to this card with Red Eyes Insight, so I feel like 2 is totally fine. But this card is great to help us summon out our copy of Meteor Black Comet Dragon. We then play 3 copies of Red Eyes Insight. Red Eyes Insight is great in this deck because it helps us get a Red Eyes monster to the graveyard, because you send a Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and then add a Red Eyes spell or trap from your deck to your hand, which is a great effect to be able to instantly get to the card that we need off this card's ability. This card is a must 3-of in the deck because it's basically a Foolish Burial while also being a search, which is just really, really nice overall in this build. We then play 3 copies of Chaos Space. Chaos Space is great because it can search out your copy of your White Dragon Wyvern Buster, which is just super cool, which is the majority of the time what you're searching off of this card. Because it lets you send a light or a dark monster from your hand to the graveyard to add a light or a dark monster that cannot be normal summoned or set from your deck to your hand with a level between 4 and 8. With a different attribute than the monster that you sent to the graveyard, which we're always sending dark to the graveyard, so we're always going to search our copy of White Dragon to be able to then banish whatever we discarded for this card's ability, and then summon out our copy of White Dragon, linking it away, and then searching out Black Dragon and making a copy of Hieratic Seal, which is really cool. This card is an amazing 3-of in the deck because it helps you with so many different plays, and it's just an amazing card overall in this build. Plus, it lets you draw a card, which is just really cool by putting your copies of White or Black Dragon back in the deck, which is just really, really cool. We then play 2 copies of Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is a really good 2-of in the deck, basically just to stop your opponent from hand trapping you while you're going in for all of your plays. We then play 3 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords. Return of the Dragon Lords is an amazing card in this deck because we have so many different ways to be able to get your copies of Red Eyes Black Dragon to the graveyard, from your copies of Chaos Space to your new copy of your Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon, and even your copies of Red Eyes Insight will send your copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon to the graveyard, and you want a way to bring them back to your side of the field, and Return of the Dragon Lords does that while also giving you a little bit of protection, which is really cool. I love this card as a 3-of in the deck because it's just such a powerful card overall in this particular build. Being able to have basically 4 Monster Reborns in this deck, plus the trap cards that are both Monster Reborns in this particular build, giving you a total of about 6 Monster Reborns in this build, plus your copies of Flare Metal that can bring Red Eyes back from the graveyard, so you're constantly bringing Red Eyes back from the graveyard to your side of the field, which is just super cool. So, that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're just going to be playing 2 traps, and that's going to be a single copy of Red Eyes Spirit and a single copy of Return of the Red Eyes. Return of the Red Eyes and Red Eyes Spirit are both reborn trap cards, and these are really good cards in the deck. Your copy of Red Eyes Spirit can target any Red Eyes monster in the graveyard except a copy of Red Eyes B-Chick and special summon it to your side of the field. And your copy of Return of the Red Eyes has the ability, if you control a Red Eyes monster, you can actually reborn a normal monster in your graveyard to your side of the field, which is a great effect to be able to use because you can use that every single turn, which is absolutely crazy. This card is a definite one-of in the deck because we can get to both of these with Red Eyes Insight, making them amazing one-ofs each in this particular build. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get in to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to start off with 2 copies of Meteor Black Comet Dragon. This card is the best target that we can actually summon out from our extra deck off our copy of Red Eyes Fusion. And this card is absolutely crazy because it just requires a level 7 Red Eyes monster plus a level 6 Dragon type monster, which can be the copy of Meteor Black Comet Dragon from the deck, which is such an easy card to be able to use with this card plus a Red Eyes Black Dragon. This card has the ability, if this card is Fusion Summoned, you can send a Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that monster's original attack points, which is usually going to be 1200 because you're going to send a Red Eyes Black Dragon to the graveyard off this card's ability. And if this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can actually target a normal monster in the graveyard and special summon it back to your side of the field, replacing itself with a copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon. We then play 3 copies of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. This card is a crazy boss monster because every time your opponent breathes, they're going to take 500 points of damage for every copy of this card on the field. This card can also detach a material from this card and reborn a copy of a Red Eyes Null monster from your graveyard back to your side of the field, so it's easy to swarm multiple copies of this card to your side of the field, even getting 3 out in a single turn with this build, which is actually pretty easy to do. This card is amazing as a 3-up and one of my favorite cards in the entire game, and definitely my favorite XZ card ever created, outside of Dark Armed, the Dragon of Annihilation. This card is an amazing one-of in the deck. It's super easy to summon to your side of the field because once per turn, if you have exactly 5 dark monsters in the graveyard, which is super easy to pull off in this deck, you can actually special summon this card out to your side of the field using only 1 level 5 or higher dark dragon monster that you control as a material, which is an easy thing to be able to do because you can use a copy of, say, a Red Eyes Black Dragon to summon out this card to your side of the field. It lets you detach a material from this card and then target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it, then banish a card from your graveyard. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of the turn, but that's totally fine because this card is basically just spot removing cards off the field. We then play a single copy of AA Zeus. AA Zeus is great just to help you board wipe the field, and this card is just a great one-of in the extra deck. We then play a single copy of Access Code. Access Code's a great card to be able to make because this card can pop multiple cards on the field. 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn to spin stuff. 1 copy of IP Masquerena to make Unicorn during the opponent's turn. 1 copy of Anaconda, because this card is still at 1 in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and you can easily summon out your copy of your Meteor Black Comet Dragon using Red Eyes Fusion with this card, which is absolutely amazing. Plus, any 2 effect monsters equal this card, which is really, really cool. We then play a single copy of Hieratic Seal. Hieratic Seal is great at bouncing cards off the field, while also bringing a dragon to our side of the field, which is just really cool. We play a single copy of Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon is what we link away when we summon out Black Metal Dragon. We link that card away to be able to summon out this card to our side of the field, and then search out Darkness Metal from the deck, banishing this card off the field to be able to summon out Darkness Metal, and then bring back your copy of Black Metal to the field, and then you link them both away for Hieratic Seal, which is a super cool combo for this deck. We then play a single copy of Imduk. Imduk is just so that we can turn our copy of Red Eyes Black Dragon into an effect monster by linking your Red Eyes Black Dragon into this card, so we can make our copy of Verte Anaconda, which is just really important to be able to do. Something I have considered doing in this particular build is dropping the copy of Imduk to be able to play a copy of Guard Dragon Pisty. If you would like to play that card instead, you can drop Imduk for that card, which is a really good option just to give you another monster in the build to be able to have as a Link 1 Dragon that you can use your copy of Black Metal Dragon for, or your copy of White or Black Dragon for. Just a quick suggestion. We then play a single copy of Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh is really good because we do play a lot of level 1s in this deck. So this card helps you out a lot to get them off your side of the field and give you a little bit of battle protection, which is just really, really nice with your copy of Linkuriboh. And Linkuriboh is just a fantastic card overall. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, this is the perfect time to do it, especially with all the amazing support that we just got. This deck is really fun to be able to play, and I absolutely love Red Eyes Black Dragon. Definitely comment down below what your favorite is between Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, and Dark Magician down in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.